Why is everything clicking slow? What's happening? Can I hear me? Okay, yeah, I can hear me.
Yeah, you loud right now.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Oh. All right. Oh, I feel a little warm, but
Probably the heat in here.
what you call it is not. Oh, can I hear? Hold on.
Okay, just a little bit.
To play the theme song.
Hey.
What's going
Hey.
on? That's what's up. Yeah. What's going on, guys?
It's popping.
Happy Sunday. We're back
Feliz
on
Domingo.
a Sunday. Yes. Start Sunday like we always start Sunday. What it was your rose of the week?
My rose of the week. I bought more shares.
Okay. All right.
Since our stock market was on sale. So
Oh, not it was on sale.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was my rose of the week. Put my money where it needs to be.
Okay. What was my? Ooh, I have a grease. Oh no, I have a grease stain on my merch. Man, I've been being fat in this. I gotta figure out how to get that out. That looks horrible. Oh my gosh. Well, this is definitely my thorn of the week.
Damn.
And that shit is like right there. I don't even know what the hell that was, but this is the brand. This is on me. I made a couple of these hats and these cropped hoodies a while ago. So of course, I've been living in mine. I haven't put it anywhere because I don't have a website yet. But I will say my rose of the week is I got most of my, or maybe not most, maybe I did get all. I got all of my old Facebook Lives finally downloaded. So now I can fully build out my YouTube space. So I'm going to have an archives section where I post a lot of like my old content from what my show used to be and what it used to look like back in the days.
Good old days.
Yeah.
Good old days.
So, I could seem more legit. And now I can actually focus on like promoting and doing the things that I'm supposed to do. So there goes my rose and thorn in one shot. Boom. Oh, and my other rose, because I have more than one. My other rose is shout out to you, Miss Wanda. You're the bestest. The Pavlovas slapped. Like always. You're amazing. And I appreciate you wholeheartedly. You are the best. But yeah. What was your thorn of the week?
My thorn of the week. Let's see. Damn, I can't think of one, to be honest.
I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
I guess. Yeah, I don't really have a thorn of the week like that.
No, that's what's up. That's actually a blessing to go through a week without having nothing really, stress you or get you out of character or nothing like that. Like that's pretty dope. Good for you.
Thank you.
What was I about to say? I kind of prepared, but I kind of didn't. Did you send me? I was about to say, did you send me anything this week?
Probably to your IG. A few things.
Let me see before I switch over.
Well, the second one, yeah, definitely was one of them.
What, this?
Yeah, that one.
All right. Let's see what this is.
Are out of control. The cost of eggs and milk has skyrocketed. Some stores are even using dynamic pricing, jacking up the cost over the course of a day depending on what they can get away with. It doesn't need to be this way. I'm Zahran Mamdani.
Okay, Wi-Fi, what are you doing?
Grocery prices are out of control. The cost of eggs and milk has skyrocketed. Some stores are even using dynamic pricing, jacking up the cost over the course of a day depending on what they can get away with. It doesn't need to be this way. I'm Zahran Mamdani, and as mayor, I will create a network of city-owned grocery stores. It's like a public option for produce. We will redirect city funds from corporate supermarkets to city-owned grocery stores, whose mission is lower prices, not price gouging. These stores will operate without a profit motive or having to pay property taxes or rent, and will pass on those savings to you. Grocery prices are out of control. The cost of eggs and milk has skyrocketed.
Can you do that?
Yeah. If he's married, yeah.
I mean, that would be pretty awesome. I mean, but then now, see, my problem with that is, how do we trust it? How do we trust anything by the government that you're not going to sell us tainted foods, things that no other store is going to want? How do we know this is not going to become some kind of misfit market where we get all of the bad leftover stuff? Like, how do we trust it?
I have an answer to that question with a question.
What is it?
But don't these current companies do the same, though?
They do, but at least you know where you can go to get the good stuff. Like, I know I can go to a Whole Foods, a Trader Joe's, an Aldi's. I know I could go to the farmer's market. I could go to any of these places to get the things that are not tainted.
Farmer's market, but that's perfect. You said that. Like, farmer's market is basically off of, like, basically government regulated, basically.
Are they?
Yeah. They gotta have a permit to sell their produce and stuff like that. They probably farm it as well, you know. So that's probably like a government subsidy somehow, you know.
Really? I mean, I just figured it was you have the land, you grow some shit, and then you start to sell it places.
So like for example, with this one, that would be a subsidy of the government that's paid by the government. So they work with like farmers and other products to provide that. Like this is definitely doable for sure.
I mean, listen, I'm not saying that it's not doable. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, let me say this, because like I definitely have looked into.
It also keeps the companies in check too.
I'll say this, right? Like, recently I went grocery shopping and it was things. So I went on a Thursday, and that's usually the day that they switch over from, like, that's the last day of their sales. Yeah. So the sale goes Sunday to Thursday or Saturday to Thursday, whatever it is. But Thursday is the last day, and then Friday morning is when they start the new sale. So I went on Thursday evening, bought some stuff. The things that were supposed to still be on sale Thursday, they were already trying to turn it over for Friday and not give the sale price. So it's like I'm sitting with the circular in my hand, and I'm like, I could have sworn it said that this was supposed to be this price. Oh, no. That's for whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but it's still Thursday. Like, I get y'all are changing them now because y'all don't want to come in early tomorrow and change them. But I'm shopping on Thursday, which is the day that it says. So I'm going to need you to handle that. And then I woke up Friday morning and I said, well, let me see what else is on sale now. Since I done bought everything on last Thursday's sale, let me see what else I didn't get to pick up that went on sale today. And it was barely no difference. Like, it was literally like they went from one cheap sauce being on sale the night before to the actual tomato sauce that I wanted being on sale the next day. And it was just like everything. And I've noticed that too. Like, a lot of the supermarkets in my area, they pretty much all have the same sales. So when I get the circulars and I'm looking, I'm like, okay, well, which store can I go to and get the most things that I need in one spot? And then if I have to go to other stores, then I may go to the other stores. Like, my main supermarket is Key Food. Mm-hmm. But I also have a Fine Fare. I also have, C-Town, even though I don't really go to them. Like, C-Town I know is really good for, like, meat plans. Yeah, so that's another thing too. Like, every supermarket has their thing. Like, Food Town, they're good for like vegan, healthy stuff. Like, if you have any type of like dietary restrictions, Food Town is going to be really, really good.
Also, Aldi's too.
Yeah, but all these doesn't. I noticed all these doesn't do name brands. That's why they're so cheap.
They do name brands.
I haven't seen name brands in all these since.
There's a lot of like off-brand stuff, but there's definitely a lot of name brand stuff. Sure.
I haven't seen any. I might have to go back. But like all these, I know is really good for produce. Seatown is meat. What you call it? Food Town is vegan and health conscious. I want to say Key Food is like a little bit of everything. Like you can buy, you know what I mean? Like they'll have detergents on sale, toothpaste on sale, all of that type of stuff. And then there are other little outliers. Like there's this one spot called Super Fresh. They usually have everything that the other ones have on sale, but then they'll throw in something extra. And I say all of that to say like it is a lot. Going to all of these different, like not being able to go to one store and get everything I need. Granted, could I go to Target? Yes. Could I go to Costco's or BJ's? Yes. But that would require me being in a vehicle for it. All of these other stores are within walking distance. So they have a certain level of accessibility and availability for me. I thank God I don't live in a food desert. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have access to fresh produce or fresh foods and everything that was near me was processed. I wouldn't be able to manage. But I know that that's the reality of a lot of people, especially here in New York. So something like this sounds amazing, but how plausible will it really be? And is it, because I think about even the food pantries. All of that stuff is off-brand crap that you've never really heard of, but it's free. But it's also, and every Wednesday I see people, mostly colored people, mostly immigrants, but I see people making use of these services and lining up to get a bag of free groceries. So I'm pretty sure there's a market for it, but I don't know if I could trust it. I don't know.
I mean, imagine it's like a public option, Aldi's. And plus, they also gonna buy commercial stuff, basically. But who knows? But the only question is gonna be, are they gonna control like the ingredients of it? Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I think the only thing that they said is, we're not gonna be, pressed for profit margins, which is cool. Because that is a big problem with a lot of these, bigger stores like the Targets and all of that. Like I know the Targets in the Bronx are not the best deals of all the Targets in New York. Like when it comes to certain things, I know that for a fact. There still is a certain, and then not to mention all of the other supermarkets that may not be available. Like I'm starting to realize that Associated is only in like the cheapest of cheap neighborhoods.
Associated is in the Commons.
Oh.
Yeah. It was the Met, but then became.
But see, Met I always thought of as like independently owned, because I've only ever seen one Met in any one neighborhood. Like you could see a bajillion Key Foods, you could see a bajillion Seatowns, but there's ever only one Met in that one area.
Yeah, that's facts. There's one in Morris Park too, I think.
I mean, what's his name? What's his name? I want to look him up as a candidate. What else he be?
Oh, he got my vote already though.
Grocery prices are out of control. The cost of eggs and milk has skyrocketed.
I don't know what to say. How to say his name? Where is that?
It's Ron Mamdani.
Why is I don't know why it's acting up. I gotta use two hands to use it. Ugh. Oh no, what the hell? Copy.
Oh, you got it right there.
Oh no, but I don't want his.
Oh, you just want to Google him specifically?
Yeah, I want to Google him specifically. I want to know what he. New York State Representative. Wow, he's only 33. He looks old as hell. My gosh. Not his middle name being Kwame. Okay.
He's Muslim.
American politician. He's a Democrat, a Democratic Socialist.
Yep.
Representative of the 36th District of New York State. I wonder, Queens. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, he's a candidate in the primary for the mayoral election. He's a Libra. Okay. Unmarried. Nigga's got his grandparents, Oh, he went to Bronx. Okay. I don't know where Bodoin. I don't know what that is. Okay. I mean, he seemed alright.
And he's gonna fundraise it, so he's not bought, basically, thankfully.
Uganda? I thought Ugandans were African.
I mean, they are. They are, though.
What? Get out. Oh, so he represents a story. Okay. All right. I can see this. Born and raised in Kampala, Uganda, moving to New York at the age of 7. He went to the New York public school system. Okay. He went to Bronx Science, received a bachelor's in Africana Studies. Became a citizen in 2018. Okay. He worked as a foreclosure prevention housing. Okay, so he's been for the people. Helping low-income homeowners of color across Queens fight off evictions and stay in their homes. We like that. In high school, he co-founded the school's first ever cricket team. Of course you did. Which would go on to participate in the public school athletic league's inaugural cricket season. Oh, so he's always been a power to the people ass dude. Okay, good for him.
All right, he got my vote already.
Good for him. Actually, who else is in the New York City?
Eric Adams and Andrew Cuomo.
Mayoral.
Cuomo's the favorite, obviously.
Who else is running? Let's see. All right. Ooh. I don't want to sign up for shit.
Yeah, I hate New York Times for this.
Go away.
Yeah, you gotta get out. You gotta go to another one.
Y'all are corny for that.
You get the second one.
Y'all are so corny for that. Get to know the candidates. All right, let's see. Eric Adams. No, thank you. Cuomo. No, thank you. This guy is Zoran Mamdani. Okay. Who else? Bradley. I don't like your face, so no. I'm so sorry. Okay, Adrian Adams. I like it.
Is she related to Eric Adams? That's the question.
Stop it. Shut up.
If so,
her
then
ideological stance and belief, a well-respected but low-key moderate Democrat who, what the hell does that mean?
No,
who some see as a compromise candidate.
So, moderate meaning like they only down for capitalism, not for the people. Really, they act like they are, but they're not.
Southeast Queens, a lot of Queens people. Okay. What does she do? Is well respected, particularly within the New York Council and among other city elected officials. She was elected city council speaker as a compromise candidate, aided by powerful outside union support, without Mayor Adams's backing. The two attended high school together, but they aren't related. While their relationship pre-indictment was largely amicable, they've also clashed over legislation. While she has strengths and her entrance could shake up the race, Speaker Adams faces enormous headwinds. She's way behind in fundraising and has low name recognition outside of political circles. She has presided over a city council that has been very left-leaning at the time when most mayoral hopefuls are trying to tack to the center. Not to mention, she shares the same last name as the mayor. A coincidence?
Oh, yeah,
that could be confusing on the ballot, as people are urged not to support Mayor Adams. Yeah. And if she's not married, or if she is married, she probably should have either used a maiden name or something. Yeah, it's going. No, thank you. Who is this now? Jessica Ramos. What is with all of these Queens people? What is happening?
They trying to start.
Queens already gets too much money. Y'all not worried about the little people.
They trying to start the Queens Child's Project.
Queens is the freaking richest borough in New York. Y'all.
Wait. Brooklyn is the richest.
No, I think it's Queens.
It's Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn, then Manhattan, then Queens.
I don't know why you do this. Oh, this is Manhattan now?
I think it's been. I'm pretty sure it's been Manhattan.
It was. Oh no, it's not richest. Is it richest? High borough with the highest household
Income.
Yeah. I do remember it was Queens is supposedly the one with the oh no, it's Manhattan now. Oops. Queens, y'all done fell off. Ooh.
I don't
Queens done.
Queens.
It was Queens at one point. They said Queens had the Queens, and that's why I was like, oh, it makes sense why niggas used to say back in the day Queens get the money, because they used to say that a lot of people in Queens were, you know, RNs. A lot of them had high paying jobs. A lot of their houses had high values out there. Yeah. Like Queens people had a lot of bread, but now in 2020, as of 2022. Manhattan had the highest median household income among all the boroughs at $99,530. Wow. This was significantly high. Ugh, why did I struggle with that? Significantly higher than the citywide median household income of 77. Wow. So the citywide median household is median household income is 77. That's crazy. I mean, it's really not crazy, but for everybody to talk about, oh, the median, the average American only makes 55. New Yorkers cannot live on that. New Yorkers do not got it. Like, that's crazy. But I feel like, I don't remember when it was that I don't know why I looked that up back in the day either. How did we end up finding out that it was Queens? I don't know what it was. But back to what I was saying. Y'all don't know nothing about what it takes to be, you know what I mean?
It's a big rich town.
Shut up. She's from Jackson Heights. And they all from the hood in Queens, too. That's crazy. She's a progressive state lawmaker who represented East Elmhurst, Jackson Heights, and Corona. Working Families Party back candidate. Okay, so she's supposedly fighting for the poorest. All right. Ties to the labor world run deep. She has a background working in communications for Social Service Employees Union. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, she's good. So she's my second pick. She's second
all right,
pick. Okay.
All right. Oh, yeah, because they're doing that. Actually, I think that was one of the things that I wanted to look at, too. I'm glad that this came up, because I did have a video about a guy explaining the new rules on how to vote for a mayor in New York. Yeah. So it's like you pick your top 5, which is the wildest thing. Like, can we just... Okay, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Zelnor Myrie, nobody wants to say that name. Sorry, bruh.
Well, he sounds like a universal child care.
Michael Blake.
He looks crooked. Next.
He looks crooked as nuts.
Yes, he looks crooked. Next.
That's crazy.
Crooked and white. Next.
I'm crying. I don't know who this is. Go away.
Wait, what's his ID? Oh, no. Hell no. Fuck. Silva's out of here. Like, he's definitely out of here.
Wait, who? Oh, Kurt.
Yeah, he's out of here. Like,
is he what is it called? Damn, what's them people that be, what's not Green Beret. It's the ones that be like neighborhood watch. Oh, Guardian. Yes.
Yes.
He's a guardian angel.
Yeah, he out of here. Like.
Nah. That is nuts. A deep love of cats. Known for his red beret and deep love of cats. Is he gay? Oh, that's it? Okay. So I gotta pick 5 out of these people.
I'm not gonna lie, I would take Silva over Eric Adams and Cuomo.
I mean, I think number 1 would probably Mamdani for me. My 2 spot would probably be Adrian, just to give the black lady a chance. My 3 spot, I guess, Myrie. I'll give the black man the spot over 4 being Ramos. And then who's my 5? Yeah, I guess the guardian angel nigga be my 5. I guess. I mean, I don't know. That's That's a pretty sad top 5. This ain't looking good.
Listen, it's better than Eric Adams or Cuomo. That's the result that matters the most.
Yeah, Adams, we've had enough. I mean, you had your fun. You was partying. You was in,
He was with his shorties.
Yeah, you was outside in the Heights partying. You did, you know what I mean? You got pardoned by the president. You had your fun. Go sit down somewhere now. Like, go sit down somewhere.
Or get ice out the damn city, yo, for real.
And just, you know what I mean? Go relax. Because you've done enough. Literally. You've done enough. Let me see if I can find that video, though, where they... granted, we already explained it, but I just thought that was interesting. That they're switching it up. That's how you get to...
Yeah, there's a great chance of not getting... who you don't want,
No, but I feel like that's a pretty dope concept. And I think that is something worth, because this is the first year that they're doing it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how this works out. I don't want to have to search for that. So what I'm going to do is just go to what I wanted to talk about.
Let's do it.
And what was this?
So I was minding my own black business. On Bumble, scrolling, doing what I do. And then I come across this man in this prompt. Let me show you. First of all, openly pandering to white...
He says, swipe right if you want to be taken to dinner or brunch. We'll get along if you like black guys. Promise we don't bite.
Ma'am, Mrs.
What's going on there? If it's meant to be, if you like tequila, sneakers, and traveling as much as I do.
Women on a fully public dating app is already crazy. But the insinuation that you have to humanize yourself for them really takes it to the next
Yeah, we don't bite. It's kind of crazy.
Because what you're acknowledging is that their preconceived notion of black men is to be fearful. Yeah. And despite the underlying racism and prejudice in that, you're still trying to take her for bottomless brunch. Right. Yeah, you don't even mind. I swear, y'all set yourselves up every single time. There's nothing left for me to do. It's about me now. Good luck.
That's a fact.
So I was minding.
That's a fact. I find that to be very, very cringe. I don't even know what to say about that. It's just something about black men that do this type of peacocking for women of other races in a way that's just embarrassing. That, like, for instance, I have a friend of mine. He has a homeboy who apparently only dates Asian women, like, exclusively. And his quote-unquote reason, because I think it's an excuse, his quote-unquote reason is because, black women, they don't understand me. Black women, they judge me. They don't think I'm, basically saying, like, I'm not him to black women, but to these Asian girls, I am.
He's stupid.
He
sounds stupid. I'm not lying to you.
I would have believed him if I hadn't spent time with him at one of his little Asian tings. And we were at a black club. We were at Katra, R.I.P. Katra. And every other song that was on, he's asking her, do you know this one? Do you know this one? Da-da-da. And it's like he wants so bad to have that, I guess, black love singing to each other in the club. He wants that so bad, and he's trying to force it on this Asian girl, and she's literally just like, I'm only here because this is where you took me, and this is where you're paying for everything.
So basically, this nigga is Jonathan Majors, except for with Asian women.
Possibly.
Remember, he said he wanted Jonathan Major said to a white woman he needs her to be his Coretta.
You're right.
Remember that?
You're right. So yes.
That's what this sounds like too.
Yes.
Like.
And it was so embarrassing because I was like, well, maybe he just needs a certain type of black woman. And I have a homegirl who she too is very, not typical. I don't want to say typical black, but she too is a suburban black. I'll put it that way. And I figured that that's the type of woman he would need, or black woman he would need. He's a suburban black guy who needs to be around suburban black girls where y'all can both be goofy and lovey-dovey and do all the black stuff and get all of the black references together, but y'all can also do all of that other stuff that y'all like to do as well. And I specifically told him, do not bring don't bring that Asian girl out today. I'm bringing my home girl. It's going to be you and our mutual friend, me and my home girl. Just, you know what I mean? Trust me. Like, we're going to have a good time. All that stuff.
He ended up bringing her.
Not only did he brought some whole other Asian chick.
Oh, my God.
And then she brought her friends.
Oh, boy.
And so now I'm sitting there with my homegirl like, what the hell? Like, I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I spoke to him directly. Because at first I just told my homeboy, I was like, yo, tell him don't bring the Asian girls. Like, no tea, no shade. Tell him to leave them at home. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to tell him. And I was like, you know what? I don't trust you to tell him. I'm going to tell him. What's his Instagram? Found his Instagram, messaged him. I said, yeah, we're going to be hanging out. I heard you were coming. Just so you know, I'm bringing my homegirl. So, don't make it weird. Don't invite your other, friends. Like, let's just, chill, have a good time. He's like, yeah, sure. That nigga ignored everything I said. And just for that, I was like, I never want to see him ever again. Like, I never want to. No, you don't deserve black friends now. Now you deserve to only be around the Asians. And it was so funny because he complains. Because after we left, I think the chick and her friends, they ended up leaving or something of the sort. And so it did end up being just the four of us. But then he started talking about things like, yeah, well, the one that was there is not the one that he actually wants. It's the one that I met the first time when I first met him. And the reason why he's upset at her is because he claims that she would always blow him off to do things with her friends, and she never would want to be serious with him and would never want to
she don't like him. That's what it sounds like.
It's not even that she don't like him. The thing about it is that you niggas don't realize is that those women will sleep with you. Those women will go out with you. They will spend your money. They may even spend money on you. However, if you are not who their parents will approve of, you will never get a serious relationship out of them. You will forever be there. What did Jenny Mai say? Dark meat on the side. You're going to be her plaything until her arranged marriage or her, proper courtship is over, and she's gonna get married to someone of her own culture.
Yeah, that's nice.
And while you're sitting up here complaining about how she don't make time for you and she'll cancel on you at the drop of a hat with no explanation, blah blah blah.
She's a side chick, basically.
You were completely rude to my homegirl who did absolutely nothing to you. So yeah, you don't deserve a black girlfriend, you don't deserve a black friend, and you deserve to continue to be, yes, I'm talking to you, you deserve to continue to be these Asian girls side pieces until you get it through your head that you cannot write off an entire race of people while also pedestalizing another entire race of people knowing that they treat you like crap.
Yeah.
So I say all that to say that black man that's on that dating app prostrating himself to white women talking about, oh, if you like black guys, yeah, it's okay, we don't bite. You sound like a fucking fool. Ooh. And you deserve what the hell you get. Oh, I thought this was funny. Oh wait, let me get rid of this. I need to start doing that. Once I open them, unsave them. This was funny.
there, and you got the whole goddamn tray.
Are you mad that I'm eating pizza?
Go to Pizza Hut, grab their pizza, and eat it there.
No, I think he's more talking about how selfish.
He is so
Grab
unbothered.
the whole fucking tray instead of
You think that's
grabbing
selfish?
It is very selfish.
I didn't grab a whole
because
tray.
I'm pretty sure she instructed you to grab a plate. Before she didn't say grab a fucking tray. She said grab a plate.
Sure.
Now, first, can we acknowledge how empty this buffet is and why it's only these 3 men who I assume are all large, and they arguing over this one thing of pizza? Probably because both of their fat asses wanted some of that pizza.
So it's the stage, probably.
I don't know.
Let's see what happens.
It's hard to hear you when you're doing all this cussing. So I just want to make sure that I'm listening to you well.
Yeah.
And I
yeah.
thought this
Yeah,
is
you hear me?
gangsta
Yeah.
as hell.
Yeah.
Dude,
Why don't you grab a fucking plate instead of a whole fucking tray?
I did what I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
What I
Yeah.
did.
And now look, you're gonna be on social media, bud.
Oh, no, not social
Oh
media.
my god. Yeah. Are you proud of yourself?
Why wouldn't I be? I
got a
paid
whole
for all
tray.
you can eat like you wanted to,
Yeah.
right?
And she said, grab a plate. You're
That's
not
what-
listening to instructions? What are you, 5? That's what 5-year-olds
I'm
do.
grown enough to do what I wanted to do.
Oh, I can tell, fat ass dude. Why don't you go sit down and eat?
Look.
No. Look.
he
Look.
about to-
Take off
he
your
getting ready
glasses.
to
Were you a big
discuss,
guy? You about to get tough?
We're already tough.
Oh, we are?
We're already tough.
Show me. Show me how tough you are.
We're already tough.
Because you're on camera, you think you're tough?
Look, we can put the camera down, my guy.
no.
It's so
I played. I got one slice on there, and you got the whole goddamn.
He's right.
This plate.
I'm with him on that. Not because he's a black man, but it's principle. Like, fuck out of here. Like, you're not about to do this dumb shit
No,
here.
but that's fat. That's fat as hell. Why you got the whole plate? And you want to know what's crazy? Oh damn, they ain't seen that whole thing. That is fucking nuts. They did not see that whole thing. I gotta get better at this.
Rewind the select though.
I gotta get better at this. I'm just very shocked at how comfortable he was. And I thought that was pretty good. The nigga said, I can't hear you, with all that cussing. He was ready to get it shaken.
Straight up.
I ain't gonna hold you. Nigga got up. He's like, excuse, I can't hear you. I can't, with the pickle in his hand. You said, ate the pickle. He was like, now what you were saying? Say it again. He's like, I did.
What you gonna do about it?
Word. Granted,
got a problem?
that is disgustingly gluttonous. Disgustingly gluttonous. It's just like them videos of people at the all-you-can-eat crab leg spot, and like the ladies can't even dump the crab legs because everybody's hands is already in the pan.
Right.
I hate to see nastiness like that. I hate it. But I can't say that I haven't felt like just picking up the plate and being like, y'all just gonna make another one. I don't want nothing else in here but that. Like, I could see myself going to Golden Corral and picking up the whole pizza just because I want it. Like, that's all I came in here for. I came in here to eat pizza, and then I'll come up and get, unlimited whatever else. And he tried to be, he threw, he faked, got 3 pieces of cucumber on top of the whole thing of pizza.
You stay healthy.
And then got a plate on the side. Like, he took the whole pan and then took a plate on the side. Like, yeah, I'm not a savage.
I'm saving this for later.
I mean, this is America. Is it a buffet? So what's the problem? A grown man, actually 2 grown men watching and recording a third grown man eating pizza is wild. Actually, pause. The man paid for all you can eat. Mind your business.
Facts. Like,
I seen another video of a black man at an all-you-can-eat lobster spot, and I think they ended up like getting upset with him. It was like, oh, you can never come back, and he was like, why? It's all you can eat. He ate like 27 lobster tails or something like that, and they tried to ban him. And he was like, again, it's all you can eat. I am not the average customer. I just happen to come in here and want to eat 27 lobster tails. Everybody else is not going to do this. So for you to try to ban me for doing, and I'm not even going to do this, like, from what I was the understanding of the situation, he was doing it for a video on purpose. So the fact that y'all are even trying to like, it's just gluttonous though. I don't like that. Big back activity. Bro took his glasses off to get punked. He didn't get punked.
he definitely did.
He did not get, that white boy was terrified. I don't know about terrified, but he definitely was going to handle it. Are there cucumbers on the pizza? That's a dangerous guy.
Word.
That's hilarious. It's the same type of person that waits for the tray of snow crab. Yep. And takes every single one, then proceeds to not eat eat it at all. Yeah, them snow crab videos, disgusting. Disgusting. Ashamed of nothing, offended by everything. They didn't make bro put back one slice. A lot of tough talk and no action.
Facts.
They just wanted a piece. That's all. If you wanted a piece, you could have asked him.
Word, it was probably more and shit.
Nah, they probably had to make a whole nother. They had to make, not even probably, they had to make, that looks like every type of pizza they have.
He probably took the whole thing.
I can't even zoom properly. Oh, screw you. He took because that looks like pepperoni. That looks like the ham sliced with pineapple that the other guy had. This looks like sausage. So it looks like he took all of the pizzas that was left and put all of them on one tray to eat it. But that's hilarious. I mean, they say when you black, you're never truly alone, because there's always some white person in your business worrying about what you're doing.
Facts.
Minding other people's business. Oh, I did want to talk about this. I thought this was pretty gangster.
Nora, to use your metaphor, the US has the bigger gun, and so China ends up having more to lose from this trade war, doesn't it? You know, it can't sustain the loss of 15% of its export market, i.e. what you export to the US.
Not at all. China is fully prepared to fight to the very end, because the world is big enough that the United States is not the totality of the market in the world. So if the United States wants to go in that direction of completely shutting itself out of the China market, be my guest.
Yeah, and China will lose the US market, which, as I've said, is 15%.
We don't care. We don't care. China has been here for 5,000 years. Most of the time, there was no United States, and we survived. And if the United States wants to bully China, we will deal with the situation without the United States. And we expect to survive for another 5,000 years.
The problem is that in this scenario, to use your metaphor,
he said, listen, we not new to this, we true to this. You heard? He said, we got 5,000 years on y'all. We gonna be all right.
Word. He was like, only people that can fix this is Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan.
Oh. He says, y'all don't even offer enough goods for us to worry. I mean, yeah, they don't really consume our media like that. They don't.
No,
really,
they definitely do.
Do they?
Hell yeah. Like, that's definitely a big U.S. export.
U.S. exports to China.
But they already cut that off recently.
Top 10 products. Let's see. Mineral fuel and oil, grain, seed and fruits, electric machinery and TV parts, nuclear reactor parts, and the mechanical appliances, aircraft parts, optical and photographic parts, plastics, vehicle parts and accessories, pharmaceutical products, organic chemicals. Let's see. Does China how much American media does China
consume? Import.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, no AI. The biggest import from the US is those are the biggest. China targets Hollywood. Oh, I'm not about to watch that.
It's 4 minutes now.
Okay, I guess we could watch that. We get the answer we're looking for.
Some of the biggest American movies of all time.
Whatever it takes.
Huge hits at the box office in the U.S. and fans flooding theaters worldwide. What do they have in common? China, driving those ticket sales higher. But as the growing tariff tit for tat between the U.S. and China shows no signs of slowing down, Beijing's going beyond cash, now targeting culture and going after one of America's most premier exports, Hollywood. The China Film Administration, the government body that regulates movie releases, announcing today it's reducing U.S. film imports, though it's unclear what the drop will be from the 34 movies the country typically allows.
China can't afford
not to match what he's doing can't be seen to be weak.
Trump brushing off the move.
I think I've heard of worse things.
Tracking China's relationship with Hollywood has long been like following a complicated script. U.S. studios battle to get their movies approved to be released in China, the world's second largest movie market. You see the numbers, over $8 billion a year here versus more than $5 billion there last year. Some going so far to compromise the art with the country's censorship laws, like in Top Gun Maverick, who initially scrubbed out a Taiwanese flag patch in a 2019 trailer, reversed after backlash, costing the movie the Chinese market, even as it's made more than $1 billion globally. I am pretty despicable. Or even in Minions: Rise of the Gru, produced by our parent company, NBC Universal, a whole new ending edited just for the Chinese market. But American studios often reaped the rewards. In 2019, Avengers Endgame, the second highest grossing movie ever, saw $600 million of its nearly $3 billion box office sales coming from China. But as relations have frayed, so has Hollywood's presence in Beijing.
If you look at
I wanted to see
the more recent developments,
U.S. films in China, 2018, 63. 2019, 53. 2020, 32. 22 is 25. 23 is 41. And then last year it was 42. So nothing beats 2018. But I mean, that's a lot though. 42 films in China released in their theaters. That's pretty interesting. Them being the second largest film.
If you look at the more recent developments, post-COVID, for example, you see that the China market is simply not there.
Absolutely. The current #1 hit here in the U.S., a Minecraft movie. $314 million worldwide, but only $14 million in China. Chinese filmgoers now seem to want to see films that celebrate their own country and domestic production. Take Niza 2, the animated film earning over $1 billion, the first non-Hollywood film to break that mark in China. Threatening the overall box office record for any movie in any language. Experts say the combination of reducing American films and the ongoing trade war sparked by President Trump could lead to a lasting cultural shift.
If under the current situation with the tariffs, if you go to a theater to see an American film, you're seen as not patriotic.
While Hollywood has lost some influence in Beijing, movies there can still bring in big money. And as the industry is still recovering from the pandemic and dual labor strikes, curbing U.S. film imports could mean a potential loss in revenue from future releases like Superman, raising questions about whether losing a once prized market could close the curtain on Hollywood's high-dollar success.
I spoke to a Hollywood executive just moments ago, and although she didn't want to be named publicly, she did have a lot to say. And she said, do not underestimate the impact that China has on the global box office, that film executives and people who are making the decisions as to what films to make, these big blockbusters, that it does matter that China is going to reduce the amount of American films that they are importing into the country amid all of this turmoil that's happening with the tariffs under Trump. And that although Trump, as of right now, is dismissing China's response to this, she said that, look, when you're looking at your favorite films, you might not see as many of these big blockbusters in the future because they're expensive to make and they rely on that global box office footprint to help make their money back because they're not always making it all back here in the United States. They really rely on that global income that the movies are making. So again, if you are a fan of these big Hollywood blockbusters, it does impact you.
Chloe Malas, thank you very much. That does it for us for this hour. I will see you on Sunday on Nightly News and right back here Monday on NBC News Now. Thanks for watching. More coverage picks up right now.
Well, I mean, yeah, this is who y'all voted for, unfortunately.
Dummies. 77 million are dummies.
This is who y'all voted for. So now all your Marvel movies, all of them charts and shit that y'all had all of these years ago with all of these projected movie dates and all of that, bye-bye. Bye-bye. You better kiss it goodbye because they not going to be...
He probably want that shit back like he walked back the tariffs.
I mean, he didn't necessarily walk it back. He pushed it back and it ended up going in. I don't know.
Yeah, that's walking it back. Like,
I don't know.
But it was also some insider trading shit. But that's another conversation.
But I thought it was gangsta how he said, "Listen, we been here."
He was like, "We got the rest of the world. Fuck yeah."
Yeah, we been here. So yeah, a little update. So remember the girl from last week?
Yeah.
They found out who she was, Breonna Rivers, unfortunately, who physically attacked Catholic pro-life activist Savannah Craven. So I ended up looking up this girl earlier this week.
Those are YouTube
because all of this, yeah, she has content, and this really upped her shit. And apparently, she now has her husband. He's no longer behind the camera. They hired somebody to hold the camera, and now he's doing security for her, trying to protect her.
So he's gonna take the punches.
Yeah, so I saw a couple videos where she went back out into the streets, and she's like, "Oh, I'm back out after the vicious attack." But yeah, apparently somebody found the girl, identified her, and she was arrested by police because she assaulted her, which unfortunately is, that's the way. Yeah, it's like, but I am of the ilk of talk shit, get hit. Like, I don't understand why people think it's okay that you can talk shit and it not be a consequence. Like, I just don't understand why that is okay. It's not okay. You should not be able to provoke people. Matter of fact, let me show you her YouTube, because
You make me cringe.
she definitely is. I would have punched at her shit too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just couldn't imagine somebody talking to me crazy like this. Oh, they got the whole interview. I don't know if I could listen. I could watch the whole thing.
The fact that a man who has been like a is in office.
I'm not prepared. I was thinking I was prepared to answer these questions, but you never are, because
they're never prepared, you guys, because they don't know what a woman is. They don't know what a baby is in the womb. This is basic stuff.
No.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
She has not learned her lesson. She shows up at the march.
It's still hard to believe that we are still fighting for this. It is, it should be totally normal that I can decide what I do with my body. It's nobody else's business. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah. So you're talking about abortion?
Sorry?
You're talking about abortion?
I'm talking about abortion. I'm talking about the way I dress. I'm talking about what I'm identifying with. It doesn't matter what it is. Anything that
just wanting to provoke people to crack you in your shit, and I don't understand why this is okay.
Major right to have.
Sorry
there are already 14 or 17 states where you're not allowed to have an abortion. That's shameful.
Well, some people say that an abortion involves two bodies. Would you agree with that?
I'm not about to listen.
Some people, apparently.
But yeah, this is her whole thing. Her page is her Patriot Voice.
Yeah, so where
that's her shtick. She wants to be her Patriot Voice is an independent YouTube media channel featuring Savannah Craven, Antau. She's a New York City-based conservative covering everything from current events, culture, faith, and more. We are pro-life, pro-freedom, and pro-America. Bitch, you're black. You are black.
Or she's pretty, but her whole view on everything is ugly as fuck. So it's like,
you are black. What part of America?
It sounds like it's a front.
And see, she said New York based. She didn't say New York raised. But she's from New York. Well, she lives in New York. So everything that we were saying last week about she don't know how this is how people give it up was complete cap. You know
she probably does
how New York. No, but you know how NYC gives it up because you live here.
Yeah.
knew that you went to Harlem specifically because most of her videos is in Union Square like everybody else. But she went to Harlem specifically to do the shenanigans and got punched in her shit. And now she want to cry. Oh, yeah, I was watching this one earlier. So that's her husband.
It's terrible.
Now he's from behind. So he used to be behind the camera. And so now he's standing there to make sure that she's safe, which is respectable. But you think America, and let's just be very for real. You think America gives a fuck about either one of y'all?
Nope, they got Stockholm syndrome. People like this.
Do you think that all of these rights and things that you upholding, they gonna let either one of you motherfuckers stay here?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
What y'all be having going on? I don't be understanding. What do y'all be having going on? Unless you just doing this because you trying to turn yourself up. Because she done got 72K views in 5 days. I don't remember how many subscribers she had before the punch in the face incident, but I know she blew up recently because of that. So I don't know if it's just a shtick, true shit. And that just goes to show how excuse me, how true it is. I don't know. Well, I do know. She's doing this as a stick. She's pulling the Candace Owens, and you're going to end up crying and crawling back to the black community just like Candace Owens if you keep this up. You're going to get, I would say you're going to get hurt, but you already been cracked in your shit to the point where you had to go make sure that girl got arrested. You had to make sure y'all found her to get her arrested. Crazy. But I felt bad. So justice for Breonna. About to start that as a hashtag. Breonna, you was out here doing the Lord's work. That girl deserved it. Wholeheartedly.
Don't let this girl run into Olay because she might get bodied.
I listen, she could sit here and chat all of this shit if she wants to. She better not run into a chick like me because I might not punch you in your shit, but I'm gonna make you feel stupid.
I mean, no, that's what I mentioned. Like, yeah, both will make her look stupid, is what I'm saying.
But nah, I think Olay would do her worse because she's actually like lawyer smart.
Yeah.
Me, I would have talked so much shit about that ugly ass dress. She would have been sick of me. I would have flamed that ugly. Yo, she don't even want no parts. She don't even want no parts. She had the right one with Breonna, but justice for Breonna, yo.
Word.
What else?
Uno reverse the Ja Rule stuff.
Oh yeah, this was wild.
What is your mind frame and what were your thoughts when they said that they were bringing the Fire Festival back?
I'm glad you brought that up, Mr. Envy.
What was the?
I'm glad you was like, no! I'm glad you brought that up. Remember when I was here around that time, and my good brother Envy was like, Ja, how could you have a partner that's doing some shit?
What's in his whiskey? Now he just Charlemagne. That's a clock it. That's how you clock that. See, you clock it. Okay, you clock that. Okay, you did that.
But I understand.
If it
My brother, now you
that
understand.
Was so smooth. We gotta cheers to mutual understanding because that was so smooth.
Gotta ask, what was your mind frame and what were you?
Nah, that was definitely a clocking moment. That was definitely a clocking moment. That's hilarious.
Oh, he has some shit to say about 50 Cent.
Ja hasn't caught a W like this in quarter century. Shout out to Ja. Those are glass houses. Don't throw stones. And Envy out here throwing rocks. Ja Rule smoked that reply. It's murder.
Even 50 chuckled at that one.
That was funny. That was funny. That was hilarious. Nah, that was funny.
He recently went off on 50 Cent.
I don't want to hear that. 50 killed you a long time ago. We don't want to hear nothing about you. You should have answered him decades ago.
Oh, no. I don't even think it's about that. It's more so about Irv Gotti and all that stuff like that.
Let's see. I did want to talk about this.
Tequila, just sit down. Stop saying that. Don't touch me before I step on your face. Then don't walk at me. Sit down and be quiet. I don't like you. I saw you as a f***ing threat. I'm not threatening. I'm dead serious. I don't.
I gotta go to. So apparently this girl got fired.
What?
I don't remember what it was, but she got fired from her job.
You work here?
Yes.
Someone called the police?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? What's up, man? Her? Yeah.
I just met him today. Don didn't inform me that he was the manager.
Okay, is he in charge?
No, Don didn't tell me that.
But are you guys? Hold on.
I just met him today.
Okay, that's fine. But are you guys the only two people here?
Yes.
Yeah. And he's.
Call my manager. This is my break time anyway.
Okay, well, let's just stay over here. We can hang out back here. That's fine.
How you doing? I'm sorry.
That's fine.
She's been extremely disrespectful. I was like, just go home. She's been in my leave, so.
You know, if he's in charge and he's telling you to leave.
I just met him today.
What's her name? I don't even know her name. Can't get her name. Oh, is this her first day?
How you a manager and you can't get her name?
Other manager that she can get paid.
Okay.
Hello. Hi, Don.
She's on the phone with boss. Yeah, she's only there. She only worked there.
So why you?
Okay,
oh,
so
she's on.
in charge here. Does he not know him? What? Does he know her name?
He's like a manager. He came from another store, so he doesn't.
Yeah. You said he's from another store, but I didn't know that. I don't know what's his issue, but he keeps jumping in front of me and jumping to my register, and I told him I didn't like that.
What was she doing? She making their day harder than it has to be. Like, there's an older gentleman, like around 50, 60. He has his ID because he's buying like cigarettes or something. And instead of just scanning the ID, she just hear like, can I hold it in my hands? Can I hold it? He's like, you can't just scan it. It's right here in my hands. You know, like just scan the card. They just start back and forth and back and forth. And I told him, just come on, because I'm not dealing with it. She already had 4 people walk away. And one of them were regulars.
Then he tried to send me home, and I told him I'm not going home unless Don tells me to, because you're not my manager.
Can I talk to you real quick?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Your other employee here, he called us because I guess whatever issue they're having, he wanted. What's your name? He wanted Shaquila to leave for the night. She didn't want to leave, so now we're here.
It doesn't have her go ahead and leave for the day because they're obviously not going to work well together.
Okay. We'll explain that to her, and obviously, you'll have to talk to her at a later time. Okay?
And you acting like this over a job.
You have a good
Girl,
rest of the
go
night, ma'am.
home.
I'm not done talking. I need some.
You can call her back in a few minutes, but at this point, you got to go, okay? You have to leave for the night. She's going to contact you again. Maybe you guys can talk about it tomorrow, but she doesn't want you here either. She wants you to go.
She didn't say that.
She just said that to me, that she's to tell you to leave for the
Oh
night.
my
We're gonna
God,
need
this
you to
is
go,
so
okay?
embarrassing.
Hey, Shaquila,
This is so embarrassing,
He
girl.
wants you to go. She's saying you got to go. Let's just get our stuff and let's just go for the night, okay?
All right, Don. Am I not
This is his body cam.
All right.
We good now?
Very well. No.
I know you're upset, but maybe you need to look for another job, find something else.
You don't have to stand here like I'm a criminal.
I'm not saying you're a criminal. I'm waiting
Okay,
for you.
so why do you need to escort me? I'm going to leave. It's not
Okay, Shaquila, you're not going to start arguing with me, okay? I'm just waiting for you to come.
Y'all not going to stand here like I'm.
They want you to leave.
Okay, and I'm going to leave.
Okay, well, let's go.
We'll leave when they leave, or when you leave.
We've been rude to you or any type of way to you? We've been very patient. We've been very patient with you.
Excuse me.
All right, let's go.
She's embarrassed.
Yes.
Oh my God, let the girl be embarrassed. I don't know if I want to sit here and watch all of the parts, but it was one part in particular that kind of got wild. But as you saw in part 5, because this does get kind of crazy, she does eventually end up in jail. And I just thought that this was so sad. There's 6 whole parts to this one Shaquila story. And I think it's just wrong. Like...
Okay, all right. You're under arrest. Turn around. Come on.
All right, can we put this up?
No,
stop.
You're done.
Oh, because she still just kind of...
You're under arrest. Turn around.
She tried to keep working.
Turn around. Like this is
You
so
could have
dumb.
just went.
Why
Yeah,
can't you walk out
girl.
of the
You
store?
could have just
Stop
went
walking
home.
away.
She did too much shit.
I ain't
She'll
never
stop
listen. I ain't never had to have a boss tell me go home twice. Never. It has never happened. Never. You tell me go home, I'm already clocked out. You tell me go home, I'm already on the phone with my ratchet homegirls. Where y'all at? We outside. I'm not arguing with nobody to work in nobody's gas station convenience store. You hear me? I'm not fighting you for none of that. Y'all could keep this shit. Granted, she probably got kids. She probably need her check for the day. She can't afford for it to be short. She was better off trying to cry. Like I'm serious. You better off telling them you got 6 kids at home and you need to make sure that you was better off crying than trying to play tough.
No, that's facts.
That's kind of whack. That's kind of whack. I saved this because I wanted to see it, not because I wanted to talk about it. But now that it's here, it's here. I'm just glad I watched it to get to understand. Because I thought they did something to her. From the way I saw it, I thought they had did something to her, and that's what made me save it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this later. But she caused that on herself, and I think that that's one of the situations where they be saying that. Black women be their own worst enemy. And it's like, I get it. You're embarrassed. The 2 cops are standing there. They definitely did treat you like you know what I mean? Probably somebody walked in the store and so you saw them looking at you with these 2 cops and you got defensive. I get it. I can't say that I don't get it. I get it. But you can't act out like that. Like, you can't allow somebody to get you out your character to where you look a fool. And again, how do people not tighten up when they see a camera around? You know, cops got body cam. I would have just been like, you know what? I'm not saying nothing. After he handed me my phone back, they would have got 0 words from me. I would have packed my things and walked out, and they would have had nothing else out of me. Nothing else out of me. Cause I ain't never met a cop that made a situation better.
Shit, I would have left as the manager told me. I would have called my actual manager like, yo, they want me out of here.
I mean, no, that's facts. That's facts. And I would have asked her on the phone, do I still get paid? Cause he's asking me to leave. I still need to get paid. So am I gonna get paid if I leave? Yes or no? Is this gonna count as PTO, is this gonna count as PTO or no? Because if it's not going to count as PTO, then you need to talk to him about how I work. But if it is going to count as PTO, I'll clock out this bitch right now. But you gotta kind of know the system to even know how to approach that. And I get it. A lot of times when people are working in situations like this, they don't necessarily know the rules and regulations of what you can and cannot do.
Yeah, 100%.
And I mean, I don't get it. Why did you need to? First of all, I don't want to touch that man ID. You don't know what his hands been or nothing. Like, can I scan it? You know what? I sure can. Bloop. What am I argue with you for to touch your ID? Why do I care? It ain't my money. If you want to scam this store out of some cigarettes or whatever because you got a fake ID, that's your business. I don't get paid enough to care. You could show me a Post-it note at this point and I wouldn't give a fuck. And that's how I give it up. But yeah, I don't even know where in the world that was, but she should have knew better. She should have freaking knew better. It was something else I wanted to talk about specifically. I heard Pop the Balloon live was whack.
Of course it was. It's watered the fuck down. I mean, this is I hate the YouTube version too, but of course it was gonna be trash or even worse.
What was this?
Doing the grenade down to the nose wipe being banned by the NFL. Y'all have a favorite like celebration little move or no?
So why don't you explain to the audience what we're talking about?
I know what I wanted to save this for.
Talking about.
Oh yeah. Basically, in the game, John Morant, instead of doing the finger gun motions that got him in the warning, he threw a grenade into the audience, which is funny because this was also addressed up here. Yeah. Show the clip. Yeah.
Yo, he pulled the pin out with his mouth forced.
Coming in like this. Oh my It ain't a gun, though. It ain't a gun.
I mean, John is listening. John's paying attention.
It's not a gun. So we cool with that.
Yeah, Killer said he don't care. He said, at this point, throw the grenade. You with all of it.
My opinion is this. Let me be clear. I'm for all the ignorant shit. I've never been. Only reason I was against certain shit is because I want to see Ja Morant play. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's going to cost us not to see the kid play, cool. I'm going to go against the grain nigga. I do everything against the grain. I don't do anything that supports the regular programming of America. I go against Ja Morant, keep it up. I'm with it. As long as they going to let you play, I'm down. You know what I took from the grenade? Fuck, you took 75,000, make it 100. Find me 100,000. Fuck, y'all find me a little 75,000. Make it 150. Fuck is you talking about, man? It's like, nigga Drake had a song on, what the song Drake said? Nigga Drake said, I'm upset. Niggas try to put $500,000 on my head. Like that's pause, like that's gonna really do something. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I took it for Ja Morant. Nigga, I'm with all the dumb shit. What we got going on is this. Adam Silver is letting it slide. He throwing these fines because I think he thinks that Ja Morant's a commodity. And he sees like, just find the nigga, man. It don't matter. So, Ja, I support it. I don't want you to think I was ever against it. I was only against it
I don't get their
because I thought
logo.
I would be able to see you play.
What is that about?
All right. You want another one? You want another one?
I mean, it's cute, but I don't get it. A dog with a cape on is crazy.
Pause. You want me to
You want more?
Let me.
Yeah, I wanted to save that part where he was like, I'm with all the against the grain shit. I do everything against the grain. Oh, this was kind of dope.
I would love to know your baseball lineup of like women.
Corinne Stephens. What? You want to know why? Let me tell you why.
Oh, damn it. Not again.
She's like, when you talk about a woman, you got to take out all.
I would love to know your baseball lineup of like
women. Corinne Stephens. What? You want to know why? Let me tell you why.
I mean, the obvious.
Okay. She's like, when you talk about a woman, you got to take out all the things that come to your mind when you say her name. If you really get a chance to know that woman.
Am I tripping?
No, you not. I'm telling you, bro. She's different. And this is what I mean by different. Forget what she known for. Forget what she do, all that. It's the fact that she know how to stay in your life for the rest of your life without being in your life. Like, that's some different type of power. And I'm gonna tell you how. It's something so simple. Probably one of the illest women I ever met in my life. And like the illest. She taught me how to wash clothes, bro.
Could you imagine
Something so
that?
simple. I did not know how to wash clothes to
what?
this day. Every time I can be with whoever. I don't care who I'm with. I don't care where I go. If I see a laundromat, Bounce, a Downy, the little bear, Corinne.
The little
Target,
bear.
I see this.
Over how to wash your clothes, my nigga?
I don't know.
Really?
That woman is different, bro.
This is not the first time we've had somebody.
You gotta understand, he was a child star. He probably never had to wash his own clothes.
That's why I'm wild.
He probably never had to wash his own clothes until he got to be a grown ass man, and she happened to just be there
woman
to show him how to do that.
Looking, I'm trying to find it. Number one, she's smart as hell. She ain't no best bookseller. Right? I mean, and she really writing them shits. Like, ain't nobody writing for her. Like, she really writing, going through dry. Like, she's doing all it.
So she got a good head on her shoulders, huh?
You said she's smart.
Being funny.
She's very smart. That's the one I don't.
Being rude. And funny enough, I've read both her books. I bought both of her books back in the day. And read both of them with all of her sexcapades and her spilling all the tea about everything. But I thought that it was very interesting because he said, yeah, she's not the first. He's not the first man to say that about her. And I think that that's kind of messed up because you can meet a woman who changes your life in that manner or whatever the case may be, and she still just be a fuck to you, essentially, because it wasn't enough for you to change your life. It wasn't enough for you to make an honest woman out of her. It wasn't enough for you to do the right thing, but you could get on this stage on this podcast and talk about how this woman taught you how to wash clothes and how she's never left your mind and you always think about her. And I hate that for her. I hate that for her. Because as much as people want to talk crap about her, it was a reason why all of these men knew about all of these other men and still continued to fuck with her. There's a reason. There is a reason.
Superhead. She had a good head on her shoulders. That was a good ass line. Cam.
I'm crying. Y'all realize the boy was like 9 years old when he first started traveling and performing. By 12, he had a hit record and was in the Wild Wild West. Yeah, he never had basic household skills. He was a child star.
Yeah.
Giving her flowers and respect. Love it. A goddess. Okay, you might be doing too much. You might be doing a little too much.
So nigga was groomed.
Come on.
Not funny, but funny.
Your mama failed you, Bow. No. Ladies, take note. She learned how to add value to a man's life, not just sexually, which made her harder to replace. No, she wasn't hard to replace.
Definitely.
But all of that stuff that he's going through with his daughter's mother, I bet you if you would have just been, if you had the foresight to cuff Superhead, you probably wouldn't have had those problems. Probably. I don't know.
He probably didn't want to cuff Superhead just because.
I don't know. But the girl you did cuff got you crying and carrying on the internet. So do you have good discernment or not?
I mean,
do you know how to pick him or not?
Obviously, he doesn't. That's obvious. If he's not with her,
you was crying and carrying on off of your little dancer, your background dancer girlfriend, and all of that. And this is what we call Great Neckington. Disrespectful. What else? What was this?
He said and what I said.
If I see your Instagram or whatever, one of the first things I think is like, can I afford this girl's lifestyle?
Oh.
100%. Can I afford this guy's lifestyle?
It's reminiscent of this clip of mine. Whenever I've heard a man say, let me see what you look like with no makeup. Let me see what you look like without the hair. I feel that man is telling you that he does not have the money to finance your beauty upkeep. What I said was a continuance of what he said. So the man that...
Wasn't a continuance. You provide a different perspective.
I was about to say, y'all looking at the same thing. Y'all just looking at it from two different angles. He's saying, if I see her aesthetic online, can I afford to keep up with that? What you said was, if a man tries to strip you of that, he's basically saying that he can't afford your upkeep. But that man didn't say anything of trying to strip a woman of that. He basically just said, I assess it for what it is. I see her and I assess, can I keep up with her? Yes or no? And I'm pretty sure if the answer is no, he doesn't proceed. But if the answer was yes, then he probably would proceed. What she was saying is that, men who try to strip you of that is only doing that because they can't afford it. And I think that those are two different things.
They just sound like men are predatory and exploitative,
I won't say that some of them aren't.
I mean,
because I do think that there is a certain level of like for me, for instance, because I don't dabble in that baddie aesthetic on a consistent basis, I do believe men tend to want to treat me differently. Like, oh, you're so down to earth. You'll be okay with just kicking it and doing simple things. Da 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 da. But then I have other homegirls who they live that baddie shit 24/7, and niggas is ready to cash out. And I feel like it's almost disrespectful that you would assume that because just because I may not have a certain aesthetic doesn't mean I accept or even pay attention to bare minimum. That's rude as fuck. Just because my nails aren't done doesn't mean I may not need money for podcasting equipment, or I may not need money for an investment for something, or I may not need money for an event or an experience that I want to have. Mm-hmm. Just because I don't have the bust down, the makeup, the lashes, the this, the that, doesn't mean that I'm okay with bare minimum. Like that's you're sadly fucking mistaken.
Word.
But I've never really felt like somebody has had to tell me to, oh, let me see what you look like without all of this stuff. I've never experienced that either. So I don't know what it may be for a woman like Jessie. Like I've rarely seen Jessie not done. Even when she first was coming up, before she got popping, when she was doing her thing on Instagram back in like 2012, 13, 14, she was always done up. She was one of the originals that had that aesthetic of always being, you know what I mean, face done, all that. She was one of the first ones that I've ever seen do the, you know, makeup routine on live and get ready with me and all of that stuff. And for a man to see that and then want to come in and tell her, oh, let me, you don't need all of that. Let me take all of that away from you. It's just like, but why? Then why were you here? If that's what attracted you over here, why are you trying to get me to not be that no more? It's because you don't want anybody else who may be better than you to be attracted to me? Is that what it is? Like the same thing that got you might get a nigga that's better than you and you don't want that possibility of happening? Is that what it is? Is it an insecurity? What is it? Is it because you can't afford it? What is it? It leaves too many questions. So I don't think it was exactly the same, but I get what she means in saying, like, how come a man could say it and all of a sudden it's so profound, but when I said it, y'all dragged me.
Assessed you, yet he still chooses to pursue you. What that man now is going to do is he is going to try to strip you. Take off that hair. You don't need all that hair. Can I see you without makeup? Oh, okay, you look great without makeup. Why you always wearing makeup? Why you always, I like my women natural. Why didn't you approach the naturalista? Why didn't you approach your preference?
She's
Could
right.
it be that your
If
preference
you like natural
doesn't prefer
women,
you?
go
He's
after a
stripping
natural
you
woman.
of what
Well,
he
natural
cannot
women are
afford.
also expensive too.
I mean, that's
what I'm saying. No man really thinks that. That's crazy.
No, but they do.
No. They of course. I mean, because women are expensive. That's a fact.
No. Men tend to think the woman with the locks, the woman who doesn't wear name brand or doesn't wear designer, the woman who doesn't do her nails, in their brain, they think, oh, she's cheaper. I could take her to a diner for a date. I could take her to a walk in the park. I could take her to a 2-for-1 special. But for somebody like Jessie, they will feel like, oh, I gotta break the bank. Matter of fact, there's a guy.
I mean, that's stupid.
Matter of fact, nah. I do you one better, because I definitely saved the nigga from today that said something stupid like that. Hold on, where he at?
Nah, but yeah, they definitely are stupid for thinking like that. Cause
I do you one better. See, I know for a fact I saved that man, and now I'm gonna find that shit. Hold on, where is that? It's on site. I definitely saw this dude earlier. Oh, are you serious?
All right, turn on the VPN.
My VPN is on. I'm gonna have to
Damn.
I'm gonna have to pause it.
Wait, pause what?
I'll pause it. That's kind of crazy. So people in Canada can't watch It's on site? That's nuts.
Makes sense. Makes total sense, to be honest.
Why?
Because I know this content be on some other shit. They're basically trying
But
to
that
control
kind of
whatever.
censorship shit is kind of... Actually, I probably should have just... Instead of turning it off, I should have turned it to another country.
It's not really censorship. It's more like, nah, we don't want our people watching this bullshit. They probably view it as a distraction.
Censorship is problematic no matter how you slice it. I feel like, especially when it comes to social media.
I think social media needs to be limited, because...
I seen a post from a woman on here that said the real reason she doesn't date attractive men is because basically once you her type, you can get away with almost anything. And I 100% feel that. Like, I'm not gonna say I date ugly women, because I don't, but like, I stay away from my type, because my type has me spending money that I don't have, skipping work that I need to be doing, mentally going through all the fucking loops, and I don't want to go through no more circuses.
So you a simp?
I don't want to chase nobody. I only want what wants me. So I'm not going after my type.
Red flag.
My type is the traditional bad bitch. I think that's everybody's type.
Okay.
But the bad bitch has a worse personality. That's all I'm saying.
No, they just don't like you.
I like women that like me as much as I like them, as well as have personality to go with looks, have smarts to go with looks. Like my type.
Now I'm looking over his shoulder.
Be light skin, curly hair,
looking over his shoulder,
a nice body and a pretty face, and boom, here's my wallet.
Because you're a simp.
Hear it all. Oh, you need your nails done? Don't worry, I got it. And nigga, I don't got it. I really don't got it.
I take it back.
So that shit is like detrimental.
Now, you missing a whole tooth. And you don't see that big ass hole in his mouth?
Oh, okay. That's what I was like, what the fuck?
You missing a whole tooth. Talking about you only like light skinned baddies.
You gotta stay away from my type.
Oh my god! And then
you should stay away from your type, nigga. Cause shit. Like,
and then you got the nerve to say, "Oh, I only want what wants me." So you don't really want the women that want you. You're just settling with them again because they're probably cheaper. Because you're not gonna just hand your money over to the woman who actually wants you, which is what you should do. If a woman actually wants to fuck with you, why wouldn't you hand over? Why would you hand over your wallet just because somebody had good genes? Versus the one who actually cares for you. You sound stupid.
You also sound stupid and complacent because, like,
you sound dumb.
I get your money right.
Committed to my life, so I stay away from them.
And you really sat in your fucking car, you juice head looking motherfucker.
Now, to be fair,
don't piss me off.
He has some self-awareness.
Don't piss me off.
Let me finish. He had some self-awareness, but he conflated it with bullshit.
What self-awareness does he have?
I said some.
And I want to know where. What is this? Where? What self-awareness? Tell me.
The part where he says, "Oh, I need to stay away from my type." I'm like, okay, you see that you have a problem, but you got plenty more problems, my guy. You sound like you broke. That's all.
You think his problem is he's broke?
I mean, he's complaining about like he's spending money on women, but he's a simp. I agree with that. But he's saying, "Oh, these women are too expensive." I'm like, dude, get a better fucking job.
Oh well.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
get a better fucking pay, nigga. Like shit. Like,
well,
there's a simple way after that. Like shit.
I mean, I'm with you when you're right.
He sound like I say, he sound complacent. Like,
I'm just more so concerned with the whole idea of, oh, I can't, all you gotta do is be light skinned with curly hair and here's my wallet. I'm spending money I don't have, but you staying away from them because you just want to get with the girl who likes you and you're not talking about, but you're not talking about cashing out on the girl that likes you though, which is the whole idea of why women are saying it's embarrassing to be a wife. It's embarrassing to end up in a relationship because a nigga will feel like that and will be laid up with you. A nigga will be laid up with you thinking about the bad bitch that he can't afford. That nigga will be you will be loving a man with your whole heart, and all he's worried about is how he can't afford the bitch he really wants to be with. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
That is.
That is embarrassing. And these niggas don't realize. I want women to see. Matter of fact, let me put his face back up here. No, because I want women to see his face and to never. He deserves no pussy. He deserves no coochie at all. Broke, rich, nothing. He deserves to be made an incel, involuntarily celibate. Women ought to see him and run. Any woman, because any woman who sees him. Whether you're light skinned with curly hair, oh, he just likes me because I'm light skinned with curly hair. He don't really fuck with me. He fuck with any light skinned and curly hair bitch.
Now, to be fair,
any bitch who's not light skinned and curly hair, oh, he just with me because he can't get he can't afford the light skinned curly hair. He deserves no bitches. None.
True, but to be fair, there are some dumb bitches out here.
Unfortunately, there are some very embarrassing, dumb, dusty, desperate ass bitches. Unfortunately,
look at the way he looks and shit. So there's gonna be dumb ass chicks who will pull up.
No, he could definitely be an incel because he looks disproportionate. Why is your head so small and your body so big?
He a muscle head. He can't be. Incels don't look like him. Incels look like academics.
Nah, incels look like a lot of niggas. Honestly, I've seen a lot of different body types. I've seen incels of all shapes, sizes, colors, and creeds. I don't think they have a particular. I mean, I think the ones that they talk about on the internet have a particular look.
I'm telling you, academics.
but academics. I guess
he definitely is an incel.
Yeah, because he got to pay for coochie.
Textbook.
Yeah, he gotta pay for it. But no, I just say all of that to say these men go after the, like you said, if you want to date the pretty light skinned girl with curly hair, make more money so you could afford her. Leave the other women alone. Don't have these other women be a don't settle for these other women as consolation prizes. Like I want to tell my homegirl story so bad, but I know it's it's nobody business. But it's just niggas, just niggas. You got anything else? Cause I can't. You got anything else?
Yeah, I'm done here. This is crazy.
It's beyond crazy. I'ma holler at y'all. It's been real. That's all I can say. It's been real. Until next time.